Good morning, Sandra Lee from Pilates Success and Sandra Lee Training. So you may have seen I often have some fun in the mornings with my morning routine, and I often put my videos on fast track just to show you that I'm getting up and doing the work every day. However, today I thought I'd actually share with you my actual warm-up in the morning. This is before I actually do any Pilates. And I don't do Pilates every day. I do a mixture of Pilates and yoga for strength. However, there's certain parts of my body that are tight, ache, pain, degeneration and old injuries. So I try to get all of those things mobilised before I start my day. In particular, this morning I teach, so I don't teach every morning, but I need to get my body ready to teach, as we all should be preparing our bodies for the day ahead, no matter what you do. Picking up children, going shopping, working at a computer desk. We need to prepare the body in order to sustain the body. So I'll be sharing a few little injuries along the way. Now, just to note that this little routine is a little routine. I'm going to make it the fast track version. So the actual exercise I might hold for 6-10 breaths. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do maybe 2 breaths in each position. Now, I use a lot of small equipment, and just depends on my mood. You might see me a lot for foam roller. It's my absolute most favorite piece of equipment. So small equipment, that is. But this morning I'm just going to be pretty much free of any apparatus. And there's lots of variables on how I do it. So it just depends on my mood and how I feel, whether I use a ball or use a foam roller or whatever it is. So the first thing I need to do is mobilise my neck. So I am going to use a tool this morning, and here is my trusty Dr. Graham. Now, I'm not trying to sell these in any way, but this is a clinical strength massager. General practitioners, chiropractors, osteopaths use this. It's got a wonderful strength, so it's got a very loud vibrational pulse on it. You might not have heard that over that, but generally, okay, so my Dr. Graham, I'm just running it up my neck, the side neck muscles. I'm going to keep it off for the sake of the video. I work a lot in my upper traps because they're always tight. So that's a wonderful tool, and they're really economical as well, so you can buy them online, but message me if you need to know about that. So just say you don't have a Dr. Graham, I would just start by mobilising my neck. The first thing I do is check, where is my range? How actually tight is it today? So pretty much the usual. It's early in the morning. I lack a bit of range. So I do some gentle mobilisation left and right if I didn't have my Dr. Graham. I would always be breathing and connecting to my core. You never want to force the neck. So there's some little left and rights we can do. We can do chin to chest, chin up. I often put my hands on my chest and pull down the skin. Very tight, and especially most of us live on devices. So there's a whole routine around that, which I teach in the Healthy Office Bodies program. So that's my neck taken care of. Now my lower back's always tight, so I would come over into, if you do a little bit of yoga, a rest position. Works, quite a few exercises cross over into Pilates. So I'm going to take my knees a little bit wide. I'm going to have a big stretch here. I'm going to take my hands wide. I'm going to drop my head down to the mat for, like I said, 6 to 10 breaths, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like today. So that's a lovely spine stretch, and I really work on the full lengthening of the spine with that one. Now, keeping with my lower back tightness, you'll see I've got a block for support as well. I would come down on my back. I would bring my knees into a tabletop position, or my chest, whatever I feel like, and I take my knees over to one side. Lots of breathing when you're tight. I might bring my hand on my top knee. So this is giving me a lovely lower back stretch. So I had a fracture in my L3 in a car accident when I was 16. So I do 5 or 6 breaths, more, depends on how much time I've got. Over the other side. So yes, I had a car accident and fractured a vertebrae. So I was just taking my mind back to that time, and It's quite a serious car accident, and I was laid up in bed for 6 weeks, and my back was so, you know, I could barely move. My mother actually had to take me to the toilet and pull my pants down, so I couldn't move at all. That injury actually didn't come out to play till into my 40s. I had my children, no problem, and this is what drove me to Pilates in the first place, was my back pain. So then I need to address my glutes, very tight. All the musculature in my lower pelvic region are very tight. So let's have a look at a pigeon stretch. So if we look at it front on, the knees in line with the wrists, and then I would wing that knee out, and I'd take my back leg straight back. I'm going to show you 2 views. I just wanted you to see where that knee was. This can be a little bit tough on knees, so excuse me, I'll give you an alternative to that in a moment. So that's that view. Then I'm going to spin around this way and show you this view. So that's the setup for the glute stretch, otherwise known as the pigeon stretch. And then I'd come down, I'd reach my arms long, and I'd drop my breastbone down, forehead down. If I was really tight, I needed some sort of support, I could put that block or pillow under my forehead. So that's giving me a nice glute stretch on the other side. Now I deliberately did it this side because I want to show you the hip, because then I need to have a hip stretch. So I can come up from that position, and then there's a deep hip stretch here. So I'm getting this lovely stroops, lost my balance, lovely stretch up through my psoas there, but I really need to lock my pelvis in. And then if I want a lateral stretch, I'll add on to that. I'll take this arm up and over. I'm going to face the camera and show you what that one looks like this way. I think you get the picture. There's my hip stretch. There's my lateral, meaning side body stretch. Pretty tight today. So breathing, so important. And then bringing the arm down and coming back to sitting in this position. Now I do this every day too, because this is a passive quad stretch. So I've got my quads get pretty tight, but also to mobilisation of the ankles. So try and walk a few times a week. So, and being on my feet every day, we need to keep these feet and ankles mobilised. So, excuse me, I've had my shake, so I love to just sit like that and wiggle side to side. And then I maybe, got a bunion hug going on, might do a toe tuck and sit back on my feet. Now that is pretty tight, my feet. That hurts. So I try and do that at least several times a week. But I've also got other little tools that I can use. I'll definitely take it into a roll up. I'm not sure if this position will work on this camera here, but here's a fold over stretch. Folding over. Here's my hamstring stretch all the way up my back line. I take a big breath in and I roll up. Restack, shoulder roll, roll down. And I may even finish that with some nice calf stretching here. So I've got a spine stretch and a calf stretch happening there. Switch. Knees to the floor. And that's a little snapshot of my morning routine. I'm going to go away and do it properly now. That was way too fast for me. So that's to suit my body and what's going on in my body. If you'd like me to help you with the morning routine, we just look at what are the target areas that you need. And really, this can take 15 minutes a day. It's not a big amount of time. It sets you up, makes you feel energized and flexible and mobile, ready for the day. So look forward to hearing from you. Sandra Lee, Pilates Success and Sandra Lee Training. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.